It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Chiefs and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Let's go, baby.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Tyreek McAllister now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by someone amidst their second act as an NFL QB. He was a second-rounder back in 2013, Geno Smith.
When Geno Smith won Comeback Player of the Year, it was really hard to find another comp. You know, the NFL, we love to always compare and contrast guys from different eras or project them moving forward. But there just were not many stories like Geno Smith, who just waited and persevered a decade in the NFL before he flourished. But what came to life finally was just the arm strength, the accuracy, the playmaking ability that was there at West Virginia, and it just took some time and maybe...
That's complete inside the 35. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Almost feel bad for those fans who went to get food before finding their seats here, Brock. While they're waiting in line, we got a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage.
Now, I got a sense a few of them were scooting towards the tunnel to see what the roar was all about.
Yep.
Just like this guy scooted for the explosive touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action, Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
It's Pacheco on third. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. It's Pacheco again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Right back to Pacheco. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Caught near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's out at the 2-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Smith. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They're still in search of that first down of this game, Brock. Hoping to put together a drive and avoid calling on the punter again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the gun, Smith. Connecting on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Gets it to him on the screen. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's a Vegas first down. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give it to him again. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Cut by Hunt. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action. It's Mahomes. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Blitz coming. Mahomes finds his man Rice. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A 1st down carry for Pacheco. No one around, he's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To the air, Mahomes. Escapes the puck, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a second quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. McAllister now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Smith to the air now. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders, looking at 2nd and 3. From the 48. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Smith on 1st down. He's on the move. He's keeping it. He's got room to roam here. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Smith back to throw. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll send their tight end right. Throwing again, Mahomes. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. The back's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He had 3 catches in that opening part of the game and wound up with a touchdown reception as well. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Again, Mahomes to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the 2nd half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Back to the well again. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for a Raiders 1st.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. He'll get this to Tucker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Smith. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Smith. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes a defender. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st down, Smith to throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Smith. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They go play action. Here's Smith. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, Smith. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. That's complete. Here's Brown. This is ahead for about 5. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Into traffic. Complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. To the air, Mahomes completes this one to Gray. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Back to the air, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That one gains 7. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow the lead to 7. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow their lead to 8. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, Bowers has it. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Finds a man, right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Third and just 2 to go. Slot man motioned over. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders. He's throwing for it. He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven
that's a
is?
really good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Carlson, all set now for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, stiff arm. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Has a lane inside the 25. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chiefs in range for a game-winning score. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Pacheco has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have taken the lead late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now, after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Here he is to throw. Complete. It's Myers. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. He'll look to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chiefs as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.